end of December, we're looking at some of the key IPOs, the new listings through 2025, how they're doing and what their outlook is. And in this segment, Anand Rathi, share and stock broking, definitely makes it to the list. Pradeep Gupta, the CMD, is with us this morning. The stock is up about 42% since its issue price. So if I look at the overall trend of how IPOs have done, this is definitely in the winners bucket. Mr. Gupta, thank you so much for joining in. The idea is to also speak a bit about what trends you see in your business. I think one big change through 2025 has been the kind of volumes on F&O. Have they come down starkly? Do you see that persisting?
Thank you and good morning to all the viewers of NDTV Profit. See, basically what is happening is right now, if you really see from past quarter and more specifically this month, last month, which has gone, there are impact of sentiment which is happening on the market. And if you really look at it from an ARSSBL perspective, cash market segment is definitely not improvising. I mean, I think if you really look at cash market turnovers, I have reduced a lot. So for derivative market turnovers are there. Yes, definitely there is a slight change on a better side, which is happening over a period of time. More specifically, if we see BSE derivative turnover. But having said that, if you are talking about Anand Rathi Share and Stock Broking Limited, our whole endeavor is how to probably we can alienate from market volatility and try to create a sustainable long-term growth path for the company where probably we can start generating annuity income. We can start looking at how we can probably drive the businesses where probably a predictable growth can be achieved and predictable growth can be seen by this company over a period of time. So the impact of turnovers are obviously going to happen and over here also in this company going to happen over a period of time. But how we are trying to address that issue by looking at, purely cash market segment, looking at our margin trading facilities, which is being provided to our company and our penetration towards various different customers who are looking at it from a broking side. And again, in non-broking side, we are constantly expanding our book. And we believe that I think we will be able to achieve the targeted, growth path. We are on a targeted growth path, which we have set for ourselves for FY 26, which is March 26 numbers.
Okay, so you're saying you're on track on the targeted growth path. You said the focus is to improve annuities. How do you see the changes to MTF and margin trading facilities and maybe more action there? Is that something you're bracing yourself for?
So technically, if you really look at it from a margin trading facility, more and more people are opting for it. As on today, if you look at it, overall book size on margin trading facilities somewhere around 1,15,000 to 1,16,000 crore from a market perspective. And we have already touched about 1224 to 1235 crore kind of a margin trading book. So I think whatever we are seeing and whatever we have projected, I think we are definitely on a right path and people are opting for it. Having said that, you keep on seeing there is a change in margin trading facility. I mean, we have seen highest book at market level. This book has gone to about 1,19,000 to 1,20,000 crore, came down to 1,15 or 16,000 crore. But that's not a major change, about 4-5,000 crore kind of a change, which will keep on happening and can happen. But I believe this book is constantly increasing. This book is constantly improvising. And I think people are, definitely safe over there. Having said that, risk on this particular overall book, I think this is largely well-diversified book. People have got on large cap stock as well as small cap stock also. So whosoever has got well diversified book with a clear cut understanding on risk management side and allocating the funds based on that risk management parameters which they might have set and not exclusively giving larger or a major exposure to his individual stock, I think they are at home. They are absolutely home and they are managing and maintaining this book from a long-term perspective.
Just wondering, Mr. Gupta, with what the market mood has been in the last few months, I would say now, have you seen volumes get impacted at all?
Yes, definitely. If you really see, there is an impact of sentiments, and largely coming from two reasons. I think people are looking at the U.S. policies, and until unless that is not going to be clear, I think lots of work by government and these two countries are happening. They are progressing in a positive side, but I think until unless this is not going to be settled, I think there is a completely hangover in terms of sentiment on that side, and similarly because of this negative sentiment, and another factor which is happening is FI selling. Though the quantum of FI selling has arrested to a greater extent, but you still see negative FI flows, which is happening in the market. And I think that is happening because of a simple reason, because of these negative sentiments or slightly cautious sentimental impact on these markets. And obviously valuation where probably people have still start looking at these markets, which is obviously fully a little valued in comparison to probably emerging market or emerging PACMA, if you really compare with on a
Mr. Gupta, when you say that yes, there has been an impact on volumes, to what extent?
I mean, if I compare from a cash market perspective,
Yeah.
I think cash market total overall turnover have gone down by almost 12 to 14% from last month itself. So, I mean, we have seen about 1,20,000 average cash market turnovers happening on these markets during first quarter, which is June quarter. Now it has come down to about 90 to 95,000 crore on an average daily turnover basis. That's what is happening in terms of December quarter. In November quarter, we have seen about 1,10,000 crore kind of a volume happening on these markets. So definitely there is a downward trend which is happening on cash market segment turnovers over here.
Do you think the volume drop that you're talking about, and yes, could be sentiment, could be maybe more interest in primary market, which is also contributing to it, is also because of increased competition? There are so many options for people who want to trade, so many apps.
No, no, I don't think this is because of a competition. I personally feel that people have become little bit more cautious, trying to wait right kind of a right kind of a product, right kind of a scenario. Because there are two things which probably in my mind people are looking at. One is what is going to happen on a India-US treaty on a trade side. And the second, people have started looking at corporate growth, corporate earnings side, which I believe, if you really look at it, is going to be good. I think December quarterly results are going to make a trend setter, because that is going to lay down and set an expectation for future also. And I personally feel the way things are happening in economy, the way we are seeing GDP growth, and the way we are probably projecting from a long-term perspective corporate growth, I think that should give a positive thing. And as a result, probably if you can see this struggle is going to happen this quarter as well as part of next quarter. But if you really see calendar year FY26, I think again market will start showing certain amount of positive side in terms of growth perspective.
Yeah, well, that's what we always hope for. Thank you so much, Pradeep Gupta, CMD at Anand Rathi Share and Stock Brokers, speaking with us on what the outlook is. Among the number of IPOs that have listed this year, this company has definitely given good returns to investors.